Well, meanwhile, tensions aren't just rising overseas. Over here, there's growing concern about people on the terror watch list who are crossing our border illegally and the potential risk that poses to our homeland, something Neil asked DHS Secretary Mayorkas about earlier this week. Listen.
Do you think we are safe with how porous the border has become?
We, and not just the United States alone, but Western countries are in a heightened threat environment, especially after the October 7th terrorist attacks by Hamas against Israel. That has only elevated the threat environment in Western countries, and that is why we are as vigilant as we are 24/7 in keeping our country safe.
But are we doing enough to protect our homeland? Retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Bob Maginnis joins me now to discuss. Colonel, you know, I'm sorry to say this to the Secretary of Homeland Security, but he hasn't been keeping Homeland Security secure, has he?
Not at all, David. And in fact, this week, Speaker Johnson said there at Fox News that perhaps 17 million people, illegal aliens, have entered this country since the Biden administration began. So Mayorkas is certainly not a very credible witness. Arguably, you know, these people include terrorists, people on the watch list. And as I've argued in a Fox News article this week, that at least 140,000 are Chinese nationals of a military age, all males, who, by the way, may be fulfilling President Xi's unrestricted warfare plan to eventually have a campaign here in the United States. So there's a lot to be concerned about here, and not just a bunch of, you know, Arab terrorists that have crept into this country.
Colonel, I just want to dive a little deeper into that Chinese issue. 27,000 so far this fiscal year, by the way. So there are more to come. We'll probably break over 30,000. Just to put it in perspective, in 2021, there were just 450. So from 450 to 27,000. Do you think that the CCP, specifically the Communist Party of China, is involved in sending them here, and to what purpose?
Well, no doubt. Yeah, as I indicated, the unrestricted warfare doctrine that they've embraced for a long time, since the time of Mao Zedong, President Xi certainly has. He's using all mechanisms of state power to promote its foreign policy and undermining the U.S., whether it's through pushing fentanyl into this country or, trying to undermine us through cyber intrusions and jeopardize our major infrastructure, but putting people on the ground, spies or, perhaps military personnel into cells that could be called out in some future point is not out of the question. Yeah. Xi has made it very clear that, he wants his country to be the middle kingdom, the hegemon in this world, and he's doing everything he can. And so I would believe him. Those are his statements.
Yeah, and then we have this case of the two Jordanians, one of whom came over illegally a while back. I guess the other one overextended his student visa, that were trying to break into Quantico. Did we ever get to the bottom of that?
Not really. They were turned over, of course, to federal authorities. The problem, David, is that as the Wall Street Journal reported last fall, at that point, there were over 100 similar intrusions. What the Defense Department has failed to do is to acknowledge where all of these are taking place. There are certainly those in California, even in Alaska. I heard one here in Texas here recently. And then, of course, near where I'm speaking.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.